Hey. What's up, my little Tattle Tells? Here we have the finished look. It's a nice summer pink smoky eye day to evening because we are going to go over. We came in overnight to go to this beach club that's world famous. Y'all, we went last night. We decided to stay one extra day and live it up. So, I got the beach club attire, right? All my assets out. Got the little scarf because I'm black and I'm not messing up my edges in that pool. But whatever. Here, look. If you guys can see it, that's the beach club we're going to, y'all. I'm going to show y'all in a travel video. It is so lit. Anyway, what are we talking about? I know that you guys have already heard Fallon is out and about. She has confirmed her pregnancy. Y'all, I'm going to tell y'all a little bit about what I know, my thoughts of the situation, because I always got to put in my 2 cents. Also, we're going to talk about Kenya and Marc. You know that she won a battle in court, but I'm also going to put in my 2 cents too. So listen, pop in the headphones. Your boss ain't saying shit. Your co-workers are getting on your nerves. Quiet as is kept. Maybe your husband and kid is getting on your nerves as well. Maybe they're getting on nerves. Pop in. Let's have a quick key with your YouTube BFF. All right, my little Tattle Tells. Mwah. Oh yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you think this ghetto fade out was going anywhere, you are sorely mistaken. All right. Bye-bye. Okay, so Fallon's pregnancy. You guys know I'm already primed and prepped. I already started my foundation and stuff, but I wanted to get into the mess. Okay, so Fallon's pregnancy. Congratulations. If you're hiding under a rock, Miss Falynn is pregnant. What are your thoughts about that? What do you feel about it? Now, here's what I feel, right? And I've said it. If you guys have actually been paying attention, there is a plot twist that I'm going to talk about. I'm going to see if I can get Fallon back on the show to talk about it. But there is a plot twist, right? There is a plot twist to it. We're going to see if we can get Fallon back. But y'all, let's even talk about the information that Fallon's actually given us. For real, right? For everybody freaking out, if you pay attention, like I've always said, after they both decided to divorce, they were both free agents and they could do what they wanted. Will I ever stop criticizing Simon and by proxy his lovely bride to be Portia for the way they started? No, because they were creeping behind her back. Now, why or how Fallon or Jalen fell in love, what made them want to take it a step further. I have information about that, but let's see if we can actually get Fallon on to actually discuss it. But honestly, it's kind of like, all right, cool, y'all in love, go ahead. You're in love, go ahead and do you. I don't see how this strays away from the narrative. I don't think this changes because, again, the thing with Simon and his shenanigans, the goal always fades, and there's so many people that are always fading with the damn goal. Because you guys, let me just recap, since everybody had so many, not everybody, but a few people were like, hey, you recap too much in the Fallon interview. I recap because a lot of people act like they have the attention span, the memories of a gerbil. Let's talk about how this first started, right? Simon said that Fallon was pregnant and he wants a paternity test because Fallon was trying to say that baby was his. Fallon was trying to pass off another man's baby. I think he thinks it's Jalen's baby, but he was trying to pass off another man's baby as his, right? Now they were already divorced. Fallon, Portia, and they weren't divorced, but he had said that his divorce was already settled. That's what Portia said. And he was engaged to another woman that had spent all that money on his birthday party in Miami, but he was busy blowing up his ex's spot, right? Now there were reports that she was 8 or 9 months pregnant. I just saw a video. She's obviously not 8 or 9 months pregnant. Her stomach is a bit full, but she's a woman that has had more than 1 children. And from what I understand, after you're pregnant the first time, you start showing earlier and earlier and earlier. Thank you, my little Tattle Tells, for setting me straight on that, right? So he said that he wanted a paternity test because Fallon was pregnant with a baby that she was trying to pass off as his, right? And when he said that, this was in what? May? This was in May, right? Yeah, it was in May. No, I'm sorry, it was in June when he said this. And he wants a paternity test because Fallon is trying to pass off the baby as his. So y'all, what happened with that? Was Fallon trying to pass off the baby as his or not? See, here's my whole thing. What Fallon does with her uterus after she leaves her husband and after her husband got engaged to someone else and agreed to give her a divorce, I gotta be honest with you, you all know I'm pro-woman over here. I could really care less. I could really care less what she does with her uterus after that. Now, there is a story about what she did while she was with them, right? If that is the case. But even Simon isn't saying that she did that when she was with them. He literally said that she was pregnant. There's no way it could be hers. Remember, because he told Portia, and remember he said, I want anyone to give me evidence that between these dates, anybody that I cheated on my wife. The fact that Portia couldn't be pulled up for evidence, even Simon agreed that after a certain time, they had privately decided to divorce. He was a free agent, hence why he shacked up. Well, not shacked up, but hence why he's coupled up with Peach Juice, right? Housekeeping. I said, can you come back in an hour? Because listen, when Cardi B said, cook, clean, but let me tell you how I got this ring. Yes, I know y'all are in the back being like, you ain't got no ring. True, but I'm still not cooking, cleaning. If that's a requirement for getting a ring, I ain't never going to have one. Like my dad told me, it's okay, Tisa. Some women make dinner and other women make reservations. And you, my love, you're the type of woman that you're very, very good at making reservations. And I never forgot that. This is in high school because everybody used to drag me because, I don't know. Anyway, that's enough of my personal stuff. Maybe we'll have a get to know me when I reach 50,000 subscribers. Maybe. Anyway, let me get back to what I was saying, right? So, listen, Simon literally said himself that he couldn't have touched Fallon. And that's how he knew that he wanted a paternity test, right? Paternity with his misspellings. Paternity. Now, I know I'm dragging him because y'all know if any of you guys ever message me or follow me on Instagram, TisaTellss. I actually do respond back to people, and I have a pretty lively thing, right? But my whole point is, I know I'm the last person to be dragging somebody for misspellings, but see, I misspell words because I'm busy typing, and no, I'm not checking this shit before I send. This is not an official email. I'm not checking shit before I press send. You can take it as a sign of disrespect. It's not. It just means that, girl, I have so many thoughts. If I started spell checking, now I'm tripping over my thoughts. I don't got time for this. Just press send. Simon be writing soliloquies, omens, one-man shows on his Sunday Omen. He said it's his blog. If y'all haven't watched Sunday Omen's channel, you should. I was on vacation and we were flying to a different island. I'm still on vacation. We were flying here actually, and I binge watched Sunday's channel on the plane. Sunday has me dying. She did some commentary on Portia's wedding dresses or whatever they were, that stuff that he got, and her followers were talking about anyway, y'all go look at Sunday's thing. It's actually pretty funny. I watched a few of her videos about what's going on, and I agree with her with some stuff but go on and take a gander at her last 3 videos. That's all I could get before we landed. It was a short flight. But let me get back to what I was saying about that, right? But Sunday was saying that Simon be writing vlogs. She's like, he is no longer he is a vlogger because he be writing paragraphs on his Instagram. Anyway, so let's get back to this, right? Simon said that Fallon was pregnant by him, but he wants a paternity test because there's no way that she could be pregnant by him because he hasn't touched her since Hannah had puppies, right? And he hadn't touched her, and he demanded people bring him proof that he had cheated on his wife or his fiance. Was it his wife or fiance? But he demanded that people bring him proof. Spoiler alert, I bought him proof. I didn't hear anything, so I guess I'm not getting that $75K. But as we can see, he's busy. He needs to invest that into Portia's wedding attire budget. I'm going to do what Sunday did. All my Nigerian people that follow me, let me know what you think about those dresses, the quality, this and that. And is that a top designer? Exactly. I'll give credit where credit's due. But is that a top designer? Who is that? This and that. And why didn't that designer mess with Simon before Portia? I'll tell you why. Because Simon's doing exactly what I thought he would do, which is slander, like not slandering, but literally taking all Portia's connections and making them his own. Now, I do see that Simon and Portia have decided to be like a united friend. So I guess it's okay with Portia that Simon is using her connections as his, because she's done what that cancers do when they're in a toxic relationship. Uninvolved cancers, they do that double down. Again, if you want to see a Cancer stay with someone forever, if you are trying to catch a Cancer's heart and they seem like they're not feeling you, literally start getting people to talk shit about you guys, about the relationship, and that Cancer will stay with you forever. Because uninvolved Cancers, for some reason, when you talk shit about their relationship, they swear like it's a personal attack on them. Even if you're trying to tell them, yo, the guy, the girl, they're not worth this, they're not worth that. They literally swear, and they will stay with you forever because they think that they're hurting everybody else. Like, oh, y'all, I'm not going to give y'all the thing. Y'all think y'all going to break us up. And everybody just be looking at the Cancers like... But if you want a Cancer to stay with you, start getting people to talk trash about you. Where's my ear? To talk trash about you, the relationship, and they will stay with you to prove everyone wrong. I just gave you a Cancer hack, and that's what's going on, right? Now, I do want to say that also whatever Simon does, he does have a way of making the women around him protective of him, because he did the same thing to Fallon. He did the same thing. Don't forget, Fallon lost her spot defending Simon's honor. She lost her spot defending Simon's honor. Y'all can see and forget about that. But back to Simon moving the goalpost. He even admitted there's no way that child could be his because him and Fallon have been done. He, even in his faulty timeline he tried to push down our throat, he said that they have been done. Divorce was settled, right? Done, divorce was settled, so much so that he had time to romance a woman, propose to her in a make-believe. Y'all can believe what y'all want about Tony the Tiger. Watch my other videos to get that reference. But he did all this stuff, had time to wine and dine and make Miss Peach Juice Williams fall in love with him and get engaged all by Mother's Day. They were not together. Now, y'all can say what y'all want about Fallon, and I'm not defending Fallon, right? I'm not defending her. I don't know the girl. She seems sweet enough, bright enough, intelligent enough. I will say that about that. I'm not dogging Fallon, right? But if they were completely done in April, so much so that he could wine and dine and get a fiance, if they were completely done in April, if they showed up engaged in May, right? And if all that stuff happened, then what is Simon talking about and what is everybody talking about? He's vindicated. This tracks along what I've always said, and it tracks along what Simon's always said, right? They've been donezo, right? And after him and Portia being together, all that time, I don't care that they got engaged in May and June, had that been true. And the thing is, Portia and Simon knew that if whatever happened after they agreed to end the marriage is nobody's business, which is why they lied about the timeline. Now, what Fallon does with her body, with her uterus, with her child reproductive rights, we can have a thing about like who Jalen is this a solid relationship? Sorry. If this is, why am I doing this as if I'm going to take my scarf off? But you never know, it might float off in the sea. Y'all, did I ever tell you my Costa Rica vacation story? It's a funny story. I should do a story time about my shenanigans and what happened in Costa Rica. That was actually low-key super funny. But anyway, let me get back to my point, right? Whatever happened after they both agreed to split, Fallon said they agreed to split. What do we care what Fallon does with her uterus? Listen, does it look bad? I don't know. Do we have a right to judge what happened after afterwards, after they officially split? No, because what's your thing? After they split, what? Simon controls, after they split for him cheating on her up and down for over a year and making his mistress his fiance and publicly humiliate her, what does she owe Simon? What does she owe Simon? Like, is she supposed to let him control her for the rest of her life because everybody might be worried about the optics? This tracks with what Simon always said. That's why he said he was free to date and get engaged to Portia, which would make sense, except for the fact that you and I both know, right? Because I know he's watching this shit. He responds too much to the things I say, unless there's a lot of haters saying the same thing I'm saying. That could be it too. But hold on, somebody put a little razzle dazzle, a little sparkle, so when the sun hits me, I look like a little sunflower come to life. I'm using ColourPop. Anyway, if y'all want me to start listing my products, let me know. I'll start listing my products down below. But my whole point is, this is why Simon was like, oh, no. And this is why Portia was so proud to say, yes, it's been quick. No, we've only known each other for a month. They were really quick to set that timeline up because they know how we know. Once they officially divorce, it's all fair game, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not, it's all fair game. However, our issue and the issue they keep trying to sidestep is y'all been messing around for more than a month. Y'all were messing around all the way in September. Right? Now, you could also look and say, oh, well, maybe she was messing around with Jalen for more than that time. But Simon accused her of that once they separated. And he accused her to make it look bad. And he has no proof that they were messing around besides the images of him coming into the house while the rest of her family was around, and Simon knew the rest of her family was around because of that broken door, them returning with takeout for the entire family. That is the only proof, right? That Simon can even think that they were maybe even in the same house at the same time during the time that they were still working on their marriage. Now that we got, why do my brows look off? Did I do them too thick, talking trash? This is God smiting me for talking trash. Now, let's talk about also, again, this moving goalpost. Because everybody keeps forgetting. I swear a lot of people, or maybe it's just paid actors, have the attention span of hamsters where it's memory. When you tell me something, whether I believe you or not, I remember that you said it. I won't call you on it, but I damn sure remember that you said it. Remember when Simon said he was a Nigerian millionaire when he paid all those fake bios to be created because he was trying to create a persona for Real Housewives of Atlanta? Now you realize the one thing that Simon, right? You realize the one thing Simon has never argued with Fallon about is Fallon never wanted to go on that show. So everybody's saying like, oh, maybe it's because, he lied about bios and Fallon knew. Yeah, that's true. She went along with it for the get along. But also, I have to say that Simon is still admitting that Fallon never wanted to be on The Real Housewives. That was never her thing. She never wanted to do it. He pretty much encouraged her, sort of forcing, but he definitely encouraged her to do it because he was like, no, take a chance on yourself. Let the universe decide. All that stupid mumbo jumbo that he sucks into people's ears. If I was Portia, I would be paying attention too, because he will cap your head up like all Geminis do when they're being destructive. Cap your head up and make it seem like it was your idea, where the whole time they were just moving you into place. Fallon never wanted to be on Real Housewives. That was him. He created all those false narratives to pump themselves up, but it was to pump him up because he saw Fallon as a tool to be famous. But remember those bios about him being worth $40 million, right? And having properties all over the world. You see how it's been shrunk back to be like, what are you talking about? I'm a working CPA, and I've been a working CPA for the last 50. Okay, I've been working as a CPA for the last 15. I just got a message. For the last 15 years. And how dare you shame me for being working class? Nobody's shaming you for being working class. We're shaming you for being a goddamn liar that starts moving the goalpost. Remember, everybody said, oh, but he's helping his mom out So this is proof he has money. Did you see how Simon is posting pictures of his family back home? They look like very lovely, very respectable people. But did you take a pic at the house? Does that look the way a millionaire who loves his mom, I assume he loves his mom, would have his mom living in Nigeria? Nigeria is a very beautiful, proud culture. I get that. But also it's a smaller standard of living than Atlanta, and it's a lower standard, not lower, what do you call it? A more affordable standard of living than Atlanta, and it's definitely more affordable. And Atlanta is a more affordable standard of living to New York. It's like if you had parents that lived in like a little small town or someplace in Texas where you can get like a goddamn mega mansion renting for like $3,000 a month, pretty damn much, or a huge house with a pool and everything for $3,000 a month, and that shit won't even get you a studio in Manhattan. My whole point is, this millionaire guy, right? Does that look like the way you would have your family living? If you were actually a millionaire, if you actually have money, and this isn't your cousin, this isn't your nephew, this is your mother and your brother. He even bigged up to his brother for staying back and taking care of the mom. I don't care if he put the whole family on his back. If you are worth 40 million, if you are Simcoe Petroleum, you built this thing, you got a $5 million mansion that's up for sale in Atlanta, and you have some shit in Costa Rica that arguably you may or may not own. I still go on the side of Simon doesn't own that shit. Simon is, and like Sunday Omni pointed out, right? The fact that a designer put Simcoe Oil Petroleum on a box of clothes for you to give. Why is your company name on this? It would be like Bill Gates gifting his then wife something and putting Microsoft Corporation. Are you planning on claiming this as a tax expense? Maybe you are, which ew, tacky, because whatever. But also, like everybody said, right? What designer puts the company name on somebody's dresses unless the company actually ordered it? And what does it say that your rich Nigerian coming to America lover actually did that? Listen, y'all can play around with this tax code all you want. It is not something to be joked with. Also, it's just the optics. Again, I look at Simon as a con artist, and one thing about con artists, they keep reinforcing what you're supposed to think in odd ways. Like, I don't know if he really owns Simcoe. I don't know if that's a real company. I know what will convince them. I'll have the designer etch it out in wood, so that way people are like, see, there's Simcoe Petroleum right there on that box. Okay, first of all, the designer etched in whatever the client asks them to do, right? And that's what they do. If they said Portia's nickname was Pooh Bear Williams, they would have put Pooh Bear Williams. The designer etched in. Either Simon commissioned this or the designer did this as like a free Instagram post. Well, Simon profited off the Instagram post. I tend to believe the latter, that Simon profited off of the Instagram post, because if you look at that post, Simon wrote that shit. It's his wording, it's his grammar, it's his clunky use of English. Simon wrote that shit, right? So, and I'm not saying it because Simon is Nigerian. I'm saying that, and because he's foreign, I'm saying that Simon has a weird way of phrasing words where he thinks it makes him sound like this wise elder or super sophisticated. And all it does is just make him sound like he has a weird use of words. But so he wrote that post for her. He's obviously, Portia can get hundreds of thousands off of a post. The fact that you're literally promoting a relatively unknown designer, either it was a deal that you guys made, and fine, do what you want. Simon had you making deals for whatever, or Simon commissioned it. If Simon commissioned it, he would have told them what to write, even on that Simcoe oil. So in that case, they wrote whatever they told them. If Simon didn't commission it, the person would have still said, listen, I'm going to make these handcrafted cases and I'm going to put her name on them, and this is where your stuff is going to go. What do you want? You know, what do you want this to say? It would be nice, because they wouldn't want to put the wrong thing down, right? Either way, he would have told them, put Simcoe Petroleum. Why would he put Simcoe Petroleum? Well, he's trying to run a con. He wants y'all to believe that this is a legit business. He wants you to believe that this is a legit business that everybody in Nigeria knows. You say, thank you for pulling out the red carpet in Nigeria, which a lot of my Nigerian followers and the people I do know over in Nigeria that are pretty high up all say the same thing. No one knows who he is. Now, that's not to say, it doesn't prove either way that he has or doesn't have, but it is saying that in those elite societies, nobody really knows who he is. Again, where does his money come from? What is his business? I saw in the comment section somebody sent that was just like, oh, one of my followers sent me this thing where Simon deleted her message, but she literally, I'll put it up maybe at the end of the video if I remember, that Simon, and she said, yo, they about to light your ass up. Where is this Nigerian mansion? Because that was the picture of him and his mother. You have to realize also that they're paying people to comment positive comments on their posts, because when he posted a picture of that truck, not a fleet of trucks, but one truck that had a name on it from some old business that he owned, he was like, yes, like, you know, this is real. I contribute to the society. Yeah, we all do, dummy. You contribute to the society. We all contribute to the society, whether we are consumers, job creator. He talks like a Republican, job creator or whatever. Simon, we all contribute to the society. And some of us even employ more people than you. Quiet as is kept, but we'll just leave it at that, right? Because honestly, how many employees are at the company? Somebody commented saying, my husband works for your company. He said it's the best company that he's ever worked for. And she got lit up. This was a troll, not a troll, but a paid account. Because it's one of those people that like joined in August of 2021. And everybody was like, well, drop the thing. What's the name of the company? What's the name of the company? And this troll or whoever just completely disappeared, right? But to my point, he deleted that comment about him like, where's the Nigerian mansions? If you have beautiful houses overseas that your fiance told us you were going to get married in, then why is your mom not living in one of those mansions? Why is your brother who takes care of your mom not living in one of those mansions? Why is your family not living lovely? I don't know the price of living in Nigeria. I know the price of living is more affordable than Atlanta, and Atlanta is more affordable, a lot more affordable than New York. So I have to assume that if you are rolling with the money you claim you are, where are these mansions? Forget the mansions. Where are these luxurious properties? Look at the picture he posted of his family. Where's the luxurious properties? And why aren't your family allowed to live in them? What you just got? Where are they? Because this is where Portia's gonna get married. But like I told y'all, right? Like I told y'all, if anybody is running an Airbnb, right? If anybody is running an Airbnb, please quadruple your rates. Please quadruple your rates, because the Gabadias, right? Portia's husband, right? The Gabadia. And you know, the funny thing is, Portia swears she's making us sick by saying my husband, my husband, my husband. And all of us, myself included, that love a good train wreck are just watching like, girl, I guess. Do what you gotta do. Do you. Listen, if you like it, I love it, right? And I'm here for the mess. So please, 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 I can't wait to see that wedding televised. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. I really can't. This is going to be the event of the century. And I can't wait for all the Airbnbs to raise their prices 20, 30, 50, 60. Matter of fact, don't aim low. Simon Gabadia, everybody. I don't care if you were charging $112 a night for a room. Simon Gabadia, that mess, and start charging $3,000. Charge it, Simon, like the way Simon Gabadia be charging those rooms to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm sorry, to the family shows. Portia's new remake of The Family Hustle. Basically, they're trying to get T.I.'s audience, right? Let's see what happens. I hope that the storyline can sustain. I don't know. I wouldn't throw my cast in with somebody like that. But yo, if you're running an Airbnb or a vacation rental or even wedding planning, quadruple that shit, because the Gabadias are coming to rent their fabulous mansions and oversee properties that the family can't even live in. Why? Because they don't exist. How the hell do you claim to buy a place in Costa Rica? Y'all, this is what I mean about shit doesn't add up. How the hell do you claim to buy a place in Costa Rica, but your mom and family is living in that place in Nigeria? Don't get me wrong. I'm not shaming the mom or anything. The house looks like a very proud house. It looks like a lot of love. But y'all, does it look like a mansion in Nigeria? Does it look like, what is going on? This look seems a little off. Does it look like a mansion in Nigeria? Does it seem like a mansion in Nigeria? Does it seem like you rolling with somebody that has money, or does it seem like the one person is doing a little bit better than the rest of the family? You're doing really well, so you can live like a really comfortable life, but you don't have enough to give back or send back to the family. I mean, y'all can get mad at me what I want. That's exactly what it looks like. But let me know in the comments. Does it look like he has so much money that he can send some money back to the family and make sure they live not even as good as him, but they live at least better than they were? Does it look like he's doing okay? He's comfortably middle class, right? He can afford his rent. He can afford his stuff. But he can't afford to send anything back to the family. That's what it looks like to me, but I don't live in Nigeria. Let me know what you think. Go over to the Instagram, take a look at it, and see how it looks. But again, let's get back to my point about him actually moving the goal line. Remember when he said that he owned all these businesses worth $40 million? We found out that was a lie. Then he was like this millionaire playboy on. How do you have a private jet? And listen, I know there's a lot of people that's just like, well, that's my money. I understand, but there comes a point where you get so much money that it's nothing to help out the woman that raised you, sacrificed, and made you into what you are. Do you see what I'm saying? You own a private jet with a bottle of $1,800 tequila or $1,600 tequila. Do you know what that $1,600 could do to the decorating budget over in Nigeria? No shade to that house. But I'm just being real. Do you know what that bottle of tequila can do? I'm not saying he doesn't deserve nice things. I'm not saying he can't have nice things. I'm saying that this goalpost, this image that he put up, that Portia helped him put it up, is a fallacy. And every day it gets proven more and more false. But they're sitting there acting. Okay, you said that you guys were completely over in April so much that you could completely date and, by his timeline, date, seduce, and make this person fall in love in a month. We all know they were messing around for like almost a year, but let's just go by their Simon's timeline. And it was all good in the hood because you guys have been over in April. So after April, when you guys officially decided it was over, Fallon could do what she wanted with her uterus, just like you did what you wanted with your dingling. Again, no one is shading Portia and Simon for being together after a month. I mean, yeah, the optics are off. It's messed up what you did to Fallon, going in there, borrowing her clothes, Simon talking shit about Portia, but basically being knee deep in her guts. There's that. But that would have just blown over. The real scandal is you guys started way before there. You guys started. Fallon can do whatever she wanted after that. She says that she's a few months pregnant. That means that she got pregnant in June, July, somewhere around there. All right, girl. We're going to do a deep dive. I'm going to see if Fallon wants to come back on the show and talk about that. But if not, I'll talk about my plot twist that I know, and I'll share that with you guys. But let's push that aside. He said he was a multimillionaire that all of a sudden rents everything. You said that you're the one that told us you had fabulous houses all over the world. You don't. I don't even believe that you own that shit in Costa Rica. Drop the MLS code so we can actually search for the property records and see when you bought it and how much it was bought for, right? Drop the MLS, right? You don't even have to drop it because I can get the MLS thing, right? In Costa Rica, you don't have any other properties you own besides Atlanta, and you're trying to sell that property, right? So you don't have any other things. The only property you own is in Costa Rica. You don't have any other fabulous things. You own something, I think, in Miami with a shared pool, just like Wendy said. Wendy's research was on with a shared pool, and then you the 40 millionaire that's taking private jets and tequila and posting like with $500,000 cars and all this stuff. You got your mom living like that in Nigeria. No shade to the mom's house. She looks like a very lovely woman, and the house looks like a very proud house. But that is not the house that someone that loves their mother, if they have all this disposable income, would have their mom living in at all. Probably the cost of Nigeria is the same cost of living in a small town in the middle of nowhere in the U.S. You can get some very lovely things for very, very cheap. And I assume he loves his mother. That's why he's posting pics of his mom, unless it's a Mia situation and he hates his mom. But by all intents and purposes, he's always said, he credits his family and he loves his mom and yada, yada, yada. So why you got your mom living in that? But you see how now we're supposed to be proud of Simon. He's still close to his family. But what happened to the millionaire? No, basically, you're now rolling back everything and you are a CPA. But I think the biggest thing that Simon doesn't have shit is look at the way his family is living. Because honestly, if you had any type of property, forget about you giving them money. To have a property overseas, you have to have like someone that maintains the house all the time, somebody that watches the house. You need security. You need all these people, because a mansion doesn't just sit. You guys might not know this, but a mansion or any type of valuable property just doesn't sit there. That's why a lot of people with money buy a place in a doorman building, because in a doorman building, somebody's watching the property at all times. Somebody can't usually rob you in a doorman building. So people like high rises. But if it's an independent property, without that, you still want somebody there kind of watching it so they know that the house isn't abandoned. And even squatters don't come and try to take over the property and live there and get squatters' rights. You don't even have to give a penny. All you have to do is let them live in the property that you're already maintaining. But we already know what it is. It doesn't exist. There's a lot of other ways that Simon moved. Sorry guys, there's a lot of other ways that Simon moved. Y'all saw my shit laid on the background. Moved the bar. But you guys keep an eye. Again, Simon is a liar. Nothing that comes out of his mouth I believe at all. He is liar. He is vindictive. He is vicious. We will have a live to talk about the Fallon situation and the pregnancy, but this doesn't vindicate Simon. He is still a liar. He is still vindictive. He is still a user. He is still a scammer. In my opinion, watch my old videos to see what I base my opinion on. But in my opinion, based on my evidence I've submitted in those videos, make up your own mind. He's a liar. He is a scammer. He is no good. Portia decided to double down. They decided to present a united front. She has decided to hook her horse to his carriage. So association is assimilation. Let's see what happens. Let's see this funeral for the haters. Like I said, I want a gold line coffin because Mr. Gabardia is paying for it. The fabulously, terribly middle class Gabardia is paying for it. But if it's any way, Simon's offering a $10,000 trip to Costa Rica and $75,000. Man, invest that shit in your parents' house. Invest that shit. I dedicate and I post the $75K that he owes me. I dedicate that to his mom. Please go invest that into your family and your brother that's been taking care of your mom, because honestly, that's where I want to see the money go. And even if you don't want to do it, I want to see them do good. So please invest that shit with your family and your nieces and nephews and everybody, and we'll be cool. That's all. As you guys see, that is all. Oh, also before I go, y'all know that Kenya was victorious with Marc for the custody battle with Brooklyn. Now, what part of the custody battle are they victorious over? Oh, I'll let you know. So Marc sued to keep Brooklyn from appearing on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. In court with the Real Housewives of Atlanta, the judge said this is ridiculous. First of all, Kenya is an amazing mom. Nobody could ever deny that. Kenya is an amazing mom, which really makes me look at the Bolo scene from last season a lot more differently, because even though Drew and Portia and all those people were playing those shenanigans, I now see that there was a lot at stake. And I see why Kenya was under so much stress. Marc was trying to literally take money out of her mouth, because the one thing that separates friends of Peaches from people that are actually on Real Housewives of Atlanta is the fact that they're kids, right? It's the fact that their kids appear. You get to see some of their family life. Whether or not they're divorced or not, you get to see the kids. The fact that every season Marc starts his new bullshit to block Brooklyn from appearing, he's trying to ruin Kenya and get her off the show or get her knocked down to a thing, right? I see why Kenya was so stressed, because at the end of the day, Brooklyn will always trump. She's an amazing mom, but also there was a lot going on. And having her twerking on the street, for a hotel room and this and that. Everybody was saying that Kenya was being really stuck up, but I think she saw that there was a lot at stake. There was a lot at stake, and yeah, it was just a funny scene to all of us, but like Kenya said, this is my real life. It's a funny scene to y'all, but this is honestly my real life, and this is what, and me literally twerking on the street could probably be used in court. Right? I'm gonna go in 1 second. Could probably be used in court to really stop me from either getting full custody or stop me from actually earning a living. I think that's why she was so amped up and so playing for keeps. Again, which makes everything a little bit even more interesting, because everybody said that they knew that Kenya was involved in the custody battle and what was at stake, and they were still playing those games trying to like make her look bad. I don't know how much they knew, but if Drew knew, Drew was trash for that same twerk for the thing, and trying to always put her in situations where it would be questionable how she presents herself in front of a child. I know we might be like, oh, who cares, twerk, but when you are in a custody battle and when you are in court, judges are notoriously conservative, and twerking in court really, and all these other antics that they want, really could have gone somewhere. And I'm just glad it didn't. So congratulations to Kenya. The judge actually said that not only can you not stop it, but you're trying to stop her bag, and she is the mother, and she's the prime breadwinner for the family. So no, she can do it. The only thing she has to do is notify you whenever there's going to be a scene. So you can still keep an eye, but this is the way they make money, and you were fine with it before, you're gonna be fine after. They are gonna decide what happens to More Manor in a separate thing. They will decide what happens to More Manor in a separate thing. I hope he doesn't get 1 ounce of More Manor. I really do think that Marc is trying to get Kenya to pay him to go away. To pay Marc. We're gonna have to do a deep dive into Kenya and Marc's situation. I know Kenya loves him with all her heart, and I know she sees in her mind the real Marc, but just from the outside looking in, it's like, I don't know, I just like have so much admiration for Kenya, the way she holds herself, the way she is, that to see a man like that really run through her and be reckless, oof, it just breaks my heart. Anyway, I'm about to finish getting dressed. I'll show you guys the finished look, and I'll see you guys in a minute. Mwah. Here you guys go. This is the finished look, nice and pink. What do you guys think? Listen, I literally, look at this. I had a limited palette, but I still made it work. Don't ask me how. And it kind of matches the scarf. You know I'm all about matching my eyeshadows to my scarves in the goddamn summertime. We're just going to the beach. I know it's a little bit too much, but I don't care. That's what y'all gonna get. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys like it. You know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. And I'm gonna go live to actually really in-depth talk about the family situation, Fallon situation, and talk about that plot twist too. Hopefully we can get Fallon back on the channel. But until then, mwah, bye, my little Tattle Tells.